Hi, my name is Danica.
And I'm Ron.
And tomorrow's the 24-hour Readathon. We are both going to do the Readathon together, which is my first time doing Readathon with someone else. And it's your first time doing it at all.
I'm excited.
We're both really excited. So I thought I would show you some of the books we have in our stacks that we might be reading and maybe do some updates during the Readathon, just vlog style. Yeah.
This is my stack of books. I don't expect to get through all of these, but there's some alts in there, and there's also a couple of books that I may want to end on and then just continue on after the Readathon. The one I'm most excited about right now is Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. I've never read a Diana Wynne Jones book, and I've heard tons of awesome things about her, and I've seen all the movies and stuff, so I feel like it's time for me to visit some of the source material. The other really exciting thing I'm reading is Cycle of the Werewolf by Stephen King. Really cool, has tons of like super cheesy 80s illustrations, and yeah, it's a quick read. It's one of the few Stephen Kings I've never read, and I'm just really excited about it.
So some of the books that I'm reading, I'll show you my stack. I've got a lot of alternates in here, but some of the ones that I will definitely be reading, I'm going to finish off Dogtown, which is basically like a reality show in book form, and it's all about dogs, so of course I'm going to love it. I think you can hear our dogs outside wishing they were in here. I'm also, oh my god, Debbie. I'm also going to read 84 Charing Crossroads, which is a tiny book about some book lovers in a bookstore, so it seemed appropriate. And let's see, I've got some graphic novels. Definitely going to read Rat Queens, maybe Super Mutant Magic Academy, so that'll be awesome. I've got some cheesy lesbian romance. I've got a book called Treasure Island with 3 exclamation points. So a lot to choose from, and I'm really excited about it. So we will probably see you later with some updates throughout the day. We'll see how it goes. Not sure if we're going to stay up the whole 24 hours.
Hopeful. We are hopeful.
We'll see how it goes. So we're going to go see the dogs before they freak out anymore. Bye. Hi, it's hour 4. It's 9 a.m. and we've been reading for 4 hours. We got off at 5.
Yep.
And I've read about 200 pages. I finished the book that I was reading, which is Dogtown. And now I'm reading Treasure Island with 3 exclamation points, which is pretty good. And I'm like a quarter of the way through it, so that's going well.
Most of my day has been The Girl with All the Gifts, which is absolutely amazing. I took a brief break and read The Ice Dragon, a young adult book by George R.R. Martin. It was pretty good, but it's George R.R. Martin, so everyone in it was jerks and almost everybody died.
And yeah, that's it for now. We'll keep updating probably every couple hours, but feeling good.
Feeling good? Yeah,
ready
strong.
to keep reading?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, bye. It is about 1, and it's hour 8 of the Readathon. And I have finished Treasure Island and moved on to Silent Heart, which is like a trashy lesbian romance I got for $1. And I'm very excited about it. Treasure Island was weird.
I am reading Coraline by Neil Gaiman. Not much to say about it really, except it's super awesome. It's my favorite book of the day so far, although it's really just competing with that George R.R. Martin that I really like.
It's, I think it's starting to get to the point in the Readathon where I'm starting to lose focus a little bit. I might take like a half-hour break, maybe, because I'm starting to have trouble reading. Also, here's Devi. Lola's in the background. Maybe you can see her too. Those are our pups. And yeah, I think that's it for now. So it is 5 o'clock, which means it is hour 12. We got halfway through and thought we'd update you again. I finished Silent Heart, which turned out to be like a lot more kind of serious than I was expecting. And then I read Rat Queens, which was amazing, and probably my favorite read of the day. And we are also kind of reading Pajama Party out loud, which is, I know I said that I was reading trashy lesbian romance, but this is like actual just trash because it's Pulp Fiction and it's like super racist and kind of awful, and also just, I can't, the cover, it's so good.
I too am reading Rat Queens. It's awesome. It's my first graphic novel of the day. I'm only planning a couple of graphic novels, but this is one that I've been wanting to read for a long time, so I'm doing that. And yeah, wrapped up Coraline. It continued being awesome forever. And I have eaten many, many snacks at this point, and we are now going to order some pizza.
Yeah, pizza. So halfway through, and I think we're still going strong.
Yeah.
Ready to do another 12 hours.
Definitely.
Easy.
Definitely.
Do that again. Okay, we will talk to you later. Hey, it is almost 9, which should be hour 16 we finished. 2/3 of the way through. And how are we feeling?
I feel strong. I feel awake. I feel strong. I don't. I'm exhausted.
I'm not feeling that strong.
Yeah, it's getting hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still fun, but yeah, definitely getting into the challenging part of the evening. But we're still reading. I finished L-M-N-O-P, which was really fun. I actually really enjoyed it.
I am diving into Grimm's Grimmest, the original Grimm's fairy tales, the unsanitized versions. So, should be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how much further we get. We're not going to guarantee the full 24 hours, but definitely going to try to get at least until midnight. Another 3 hours.
I think midnight. Definitely.
At least midnight.
Definitely midnight.
We can do that.
Definitely midnight.
So, yeah, we'll see how far we get. Hopefully still have time to finish, book or two more. So, yeah, we'll be good. Hey, it's 12:45 or so in the morning, which is almost 20 hours in.
Yeah.
And I just woke up from an hour nap that was supposed to, wake me up, I guess. I don't know what my plan was, but I'm going to sleep. That was the end of it for me. I finished an iZombie graphic novel, and now I just really want to sleep, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I'm calling it too. 20 hours feels like a good... I'm really tired. I'm going to sleep now. I'm so tired.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye. Hey, it is post-Readathon, and we've had some time to rest up and recover, so I thought we'd show you what we managed to read during the Readathon while the dogs bark in the background. What did you do?
I read The Girl with All the Gifts, which is absolutely amazing. Definitely my favorite thing I read during the Readathon. So good. I read Coraline, which I also loved. It was great. Definitely, I would say, my favorite YA book of the Readathon, although I only read 2. The other one being The Ice Dragon by George R.R. Martin. I was not a fan. It was okay. I didn't like it. It was too George R.R. Martin-y to be a kid's book. I just felt like everyone in it was terrible, just like everything else he writes. Grimm's Grimmest was really cool. Just the original versions of the fairy tales, something I felt kind of silly for not having read already. And lastly, Rat Queens, which was the only graphic novel I read, but I suspect would have been my favorite graphic novel even if I'd read a whole bunch.
Okay, sorry, I had to stop to let the dogs in because they were barking too much. I read Dogtown. I was already reading it, and I finished it off, so I read about 130 pages of that one. And then I read Treasure Island by Sarah Levine, and this one was super weird and like a little more suburban than I was expecting, but it was okay. And I also read Rat Queens, which is amazing. It's like D&D, sort of, like rated R.
Feminist D&D.
So good. I read Silent Heart, which is a lesbian romance, and I read L-M-N-O-P, which was really fun. And the last, full book I read, 84 Charing Cross Road, the dogs were trying to get on the bed. And the other graphic novel I read was I, Zombie, which was okay, but I didn't think it was nearly as good as the show. Maybe the other graphic novels maybe are better, the later volumes, but this one I was not super impressed by.
You're gonna get some comments for saying that.
But yeah, I think I lasted until just like hour 20 or something.
Yeah, and I
took
was
a nap.
hour 21 for me,
Yes,
although I
very
still
impressive.
I read way less, but I read for longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was really fun. I got a lot of reading done, so I think that was a success. Lots of snacks.
Yeah, definitely success. It was my first time, and I will definitely do it again.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I think that is everything, and thanks for watching. Bye.